Mayan hapon. Kumusta everybody? This is Scott expat in the Philippines, and you know this little girl, Snowy. Well, what do we do? What do we do? Where do you go? Where do you look for insurance in the Philippines? Where do you find out what's your rights before can you find law books for when you go to the Philippines so you can check out what your entitlements are if you're there moving permanently? I don't know this, so I can't tell you. Basically, all I can say is ring the Philippine consulate wherever you are and the embassy and find out. Maybe they have law books that you know what your rights are, what a foreigner's rights are in the Philippines. Because that is, I think, when I look at it and what I've been hearing, and sorry if I'm not looking at the camera, but I'm thinking while I'm brushing Snowy, what your entitlements are and what your proper legal position, where you stand, is what I'm saying. And basically, you know, your home rights and your housing rights and your land rights and legal accident, you know, if you have an accident in the main street, or you have an accident on the highway, or you have an accident in a car park, whether you hit someone by mistake, you know, whether it be by car or whether it be just a common accident, is what I'm trying to say. These are things that people tend to forget, and these are things I'm hearing that you know, God, she's got food all over the place. These are the things I'm hearing, you know, people trying to find out things before they move to the Philippines, what their entitlements are, because you just don't know unless you find out by the Philippine consulate if they have a book on Philippine law. It might be might be a thick book like this, or it might be a thin book like this, or Know Your Rights in the Philippines, or whatever it is. But I think if you ring the consulate or ring the embassy, you will find out. Not many people, I don't think, know this. And the only ones that sort of know are those in the legal profession that know what people's lawyers that know what Filipinos and Filipino rights are, you know. There's just certain things that come up that you need to find out before you move there. Where do you buy houses? Who do you buy a house off? Make sure you've got a clear title. All practicalities, all genuine responses. But I hear it's not until people are over there that they don't know their rights until something actually happens, if you know what I mean. You know, you could be driving along and someone on the highway and someone could, you might not see them, and bang, hit. Or Same in a car park. Car might accelerate for some unknown reason. You just don't know what is going to happen. You don't know where people are. Things happen for a reason, unfortunately. You know, it's just a case of being in the wrong time, wrong place, wrong day. And it's one of those things. We need to keep our wits and our laws and know the laws of the country that we are going to live in, basically. As you know, I've been over there. I've lived over there for a year, and I love it. I enjoy it. I don't criticise people. I don't criticise the Philippine government. I keep my mouth shut, and I just enjoy life. I keep pretty well much to myself. You know, I'm not in other people's pockets. I never want to be. And it's just one of those things. Accidents happen, and they sometimes happen for a reason. Sometimes they happen because they just happen. You know, faulty brakes, faulty accelerator, going down too fast, doing, you know, in a hurry, not thinking on what you're doing when you're there. It's just part of life's big hard ball, like you're playing baseball, hard ball throw at you, and response can be as mate, I've seen people, I've seen accidents happen, but as I say, when you're moving over to the Philippines, you need to find out what your rights are. What is your rights? What you can do, as I said earlier, and what you're entitled to, and have you got rights? Train going past. It's one of those things, guys. It's a thing we take for granted, that we just think it's not going to happen to us at the time. I'm not ruling out anyone in particular. I'm not mentioning anyone because that's not me. I don't mention people's names. No one's at fault. No one's talking about anyone. I'm not talking about anyone. I'm just saying that when you are in the Philippines, you must find out your rights, your legal rights, what you're entitled to, what you can do, and all that. You know what I mean? I wish I had a book on Philippine law, because if you had a book on Philippine law, if you could get a book on Philippine law from the consulate or the embassy, it would pay to keep that book. It would actually pay you to sit down and look at that Philippine book of law and read it and understand it. Even if you don't, your wife might, or your brother might, your koya, or your uncle or your auntie. They might be able to explain. I think you can also get the Philippine law in English as well as Tagalog or Visayas. It's hard, but we need to ensure that we know what our rights are, where we are okay. Now, also, Do you want to, when I went over back in 2018, even before 2016, I always got me license, international license from RACV. I think it cost me around about $27 or something here. That entitled me to drive in the Philippines with my existing car license and the Philippine license, or the international license, is a grey booklet. You can get it at any RACV, any place that you're looking, so you can drive. It entitles you to drive, I think, but you must check that out also with the Philippine government. Always check. Always cross your T's and dot your I's. That's the main thing in life. Cross your T's and dot your I's. Because you just don't know what's coming up or what will happen. And, we're going to probably move over there soon, later, probably when we do. I'll be looking into it. Will I be driving while I'm over there permanently? I don't think so. I think it's easier, even though we've got a car, we've got a Suzuki multi-cab, it would be easier for me and Arlene to get Dad or Mum, when we move over, to drive us around if we're going places, if it's possible. Otherwise, we'll just catch a multi-cab or a jeepney to where we're going, and it'll make it easier on us. It's not so much. I think it's around about 7 pesos 50 in the Philippines. I might stand corrected on that, but Snowy's laying down. But you just need to make sure on what you're entitled to do, guys. Seriously, we're going to check out building rights, and I'll delve more into this talk later. Probably more on my live streams. I'll talk more about that on my live streams. I'm going to I've got to ring the consulate, the Philippine consulate, because we have to find out something for our little fella, and because we have to renew his passport too as well, so we have to find out a few things there. I don't have to renew mine for a while. I've got to renew my permanent residency when I go back. There's 10,000 pesos, might even be more. So I have to check out that. I've got to ring the embassy, or the consulate here in Melbourne, and they will probably, like last time when we went to the consulate, guess what I got told? You need to go to the Philippine embassy in Canberra, or you can ring the Philippine embassy. The consulate here pretty well much sends you to the embassy, so that's fine. I haven't got an issue with that. It's the way it is. It's the way they do it. But I will find out more on that if there is a law book for Philippine rights and foreigner rights, and it will make, hopefully I can read it to you when I do find it, and when I do get it, I'll keep you posted. And as I said, we'll do a live stream soon, and I'm sorry that my live streams have sort of come to a halt at the moment, but I'm slowly getting better. This bit of a viral thing is like cold chills. Is it cause of the COVID vaccine? I don't know, I can't answer that. But I think it's the white cells of the vaccine fighting the red cells in your body to keep that evenness. And it probably does you well if you have that and get it sorted out. But check out first, as I have said to a few friends of mine, check it out. If you've got problems with heart or anything like that, that you need to make sure that you can have it properly, if you know what I mean. It's one of those things. Always get your doctor's permission and your doctor's advice on whether you can have the vaccine, because sometimes some doctors will obviously go against it. Some will say, oh, it's not necessarily. They're not anti-vaxxers. They're freedom of choice, what they want. But, you know, when you do get an exemption due to your health, is that exemption only count here in Australia, or does it count overseas, such as the Philippines? Will you be able to get into the Philippines and have that exemption with you? Will they let you go in? Well, they can't refuse you, but they can turn around and detain you and say, well, you need to go back, sir, because we're not going to take responsibility if you happen to have an accident. And like everything with the new rules that are coming now to play is that when you fly to the Philippines, you need insurance. You need insurance on your life. You need insurance that when you're in hospital, that your insurance, which is what they call travel insurance, will cover you. Will cover you when you're there. You have to make sure. It's the same with when I was there last, I had insurance through Flight Centre, and I ended up in the hospital 3 times, with once with bronchitis, once with diarrhea, and once with sugar diabetes. And so there you go, 3 trips. The sugar diabetes was in the last trip that we did around May 2018, I think it was. The other one was in 2010. I had bronchitis and I was in hospital for over a week. But I was living there permanently till November 2011. I stayed there with Arlene to wait for her visa to come through. So her visa came in on the 2nd of September 2011, and we left in November 16th. We stayed in Manila with my auntie for 2 days before flying back to Melbourne. Sorry about the trains, guys. They're constant regulars here. Oh, sorry, over there. And, you know, it's one of those things. You just don't know what's going to happen. Avoid having cold showers, hot showers and coming out in front of the fan. And, you know, you can get cold. Pretty, you know, you can develop a cold. And with what's going on top of what we've got now, doesn't help. So that's why they ensure that you have travel insurance now, as well as your flight. It's going to cost me, Arlene, probably $3,000. So that's just the flights. And with the travel insurance and everything on top of that, it'll probably be around probably $5,000 next time we fly out to head home. So you need to make sure that everything is perfectly okay and you are right. As far as I know, there is Philippines open for tourism. Some parts of the Philippines aren't open, but it depends on where your family's situated, I suppose. But, you know, you need to check out your rights, your obligations, and what you have to do, where you can stay, and what you have to do while you're there. There's councils, there's barangays as they call them. You know, it's, yes, I know, Snowy. Or you want a manicure too, Snowy. But, you know, you have to, she's enjoying this, guys, I tell you. You just have to make sure that everything's above board. And I will do some checking out, because I do have to check out the consulate, which I will do tomorrow. I haven't had time today. I've been chasing around with my own car insurance here today. Thing is, I was with RACV and they put their insurance premium up, probably because what's going on in the world today with you know, accidents and floods and stuff like that. They've put their insurance up to $136 or $139, sorry, it was $139. I've had to cancel my insurance with RACV. The car stayed here in the garage. It was for my car, not for the house. House can't move, can it? So it was for my car. And the car's parked in the garage there. Didn't go out while I was checking around my insurance. And while I did that, I get a few quotes, guys. Get 3 quotes, get 4 quotes, get 5 quotes. And if you're happy with the other one, I got a quote from Amy, $72.50. I got a quote from Yuri, $72.50. That was something around about $80, but I just said to him, well, I can't do that. And I said, if you want my service and you want my customer base and that, I'm pretty reliable, pretty honest. I don't do the wrong things. I try not to do the wrong things. I try and stay out of trouble. And I said the basic thing is, I need an insurance company that's going to look after me, as well as, you know, me do the right thing by them, too. That's the way it goes in life, guys. So anyway, cut a long story short, I rang Yui. Oh, sorry, I rang Amy first and spoke to them, and they were going to do insurance for her access was going to be $600. That's the first access you pay $600. And then, that's if you're at fault. Then I rang Huey online, did it all online, voice activated, you're talking to them, bang bang, all done. Policies inside on the computer. That's how it is these days. That's how they are, that's how they work. So when you do your policy and you're talking on a recorded thing, you're looking for insurance and you're going through. It cost me $72.55, but they brought it down to $71.41, which I thought was a good bargain. And I'm not going to pay $139 by RAC. And straight away, with Huey, you're covered. Roadside assist. If you want that extra with a car, hire car, that's fine, take it. If you don't, well, that's up to you. The excess, I got them down from $900 to $600. I'm not going to pay $900 for access. Look at that. Freaking hell, you pay enough for just insurance. So I got that done. And you know what? Huey are one of the best. I've been with RACV for 30 years, probably 31 years now. But the premiums went up. They had roadside assistance. I had no drama with that. But the thing is, when someone puts up their insurance, you need to rethink, take a good hard look. Say, do I need that $139 coming out of my bank monthly? I don't think so. So, it's just a matter of checking out things, checking out insurances. I have not asked them about travel insurance yet. I'm going to leave that for the next couple of months because we're not ready to go overseas yet. As I said, I've got to look into the consulate with CJ. I've got to find out a day whether they're open. As I said to Arlene, I think they might tell us that they're only open Monday to Friday, Saturday and Sunday they're not. I know the embassy, I know there's public holidays in the Philippines, so you've got to basically ring first before you go in there and find out what find out what days you can go in, make an appointment and go and see someone in there. The last time we went and saw someone in the consulate, we were told that we needed to go to Philippine Embassy in Canberra. That was the last time. I know a good friend of mine, as I was talking to him last night, basically said to me that all your passports and everything's done online now. And I said, well, we'll see what happens. We've got to basically, you still got to go and get your photo. And you still got to do your photo. Mine and Arlene's are okay. Arlene's passport, her Philippine passport, needs to be renewed. But we'll do that as well. There's plenty of time. But we'll get it done because we might head over next year, probably this time next year. We'll see what happens. But I hope that's good information for you. Just keep it under your hat. Look, check it out. When I do my live stream, we'll talk about it again. another later date. Anyway, this has been Scott, expat in the Philippines, with my trusty dog Snowy. Yep, she's put her head up. Come on, up. Come on, you lazy thing. It's Snowy, and come on. We'll catch you later, guys. Take care, have a lovely day, enjoy, and remember, life is good, even if you do have a dog, because these are the best company out. They really are. And your pets, pets are for life, not for 5 minutes. Look after them, guys. She's beautiful. I will Catch you later, guys. Have a great night. Enjoy. Have fun. Remember, life is good. And as I said, we'll talk more on these topics on my live stream. They're just some of the new content I've got coming up. What you can do, what we need to do, what we have to do when we go into the Philippines. Where's she going when we go to the Philippines? Who's she going with? I know she's going to go with Nicholas and Molly. Nicholas said he'll have her, so he'll look after her, but no more doggy kennels for you. No, but you will see Wally, and that's the Molly's little Cavaliers, Spanish Cavalier. You know, we'll talk more about what you do with pets, where you can put your pets, and what is how much the prices are, whether they're better to stay with you. Well, your stay with your brother or stay with your family. I'll just cover all those things, as well as more of the passports, the visas, other things like that. We'll just check them out. And she's trying to take over the telephone, isn't she? Anyway, we'll catch up with you later, guys. Take care. Enjoy, relax, have fun. This has been Scott, expat in the Philippines. Love you guys. Bye. Mahal kita. Oops. Oh, Snowy, stop kissing me. Bugger this thing.